Welcome to Piston Pundit, your ultimate pit stop for all things automotive. Today, we're shifting gears to discuss a curious trend in the electric vehicle landscape. Despite the buzz, the EV market share has hit a speed bump, trailing behind last quarter's performance in 2023. Surveys are signaling a shift in consumer currents, with battery-powered rides losing some of their spark. The fast lane to EV dominance? It might just have a detour. So buckle up as we dive into 8 reasons why EVs haven't quite electrified everyone's hearts. Reason number 8, the real environmental impact. EVs, initially marketed as a means to reduce carbon emissions, face scrutiny over their environmental impact. The production process of EVs, particularly battery manufacturing, results in a higher carbon footprint than ICE vehicles. This is largely due to the extraction of lithium, which involves environmentally taxing methods like excessive sulfuric acid use and tailing challenges. Additionally, mining operations consume significant diesel fuel. Theoretically, EVs should offset their initial footprint over time with zero emissions during operation. However, this benefit hinges on using renewable energy sources for electricity. In America and globally, electricity predominantly comes from burning fossil fuels like coal, undermining the zero-emission claim of EVs at present. Reason number 7, limited model variety. The EV market's limited model range compared to ICE vehicles is a barrier for consumers with specific preferences for body style, size, or performance. While the EV sector is expanding, options remain scarce in segments like trucks, vans, and sports cars. This contrasts with the ICE market's extensive history and diverse model availability. The nascent EV industry is catching up as manufacturers broaden their offerings. However, consumers used to abundant choices may find current EV selections limited. The fledgling state of the used EV market further complicates matters for second-hand vehicle buyers. Despite improvements as more EVs enter circulation and older models appear in the used market, the disparity in variety between EVs and ICE vehicles persists. This gap poses a significant hurdle for those who prioritize choice and haven't found an EV that aligns with their needs. As more models launch, this issue may lessen, but it currently contributes to consumer reluctance in embracing EVs. Reason number 6, the convenience conundrum. Cost isn't the main barrier to EV adoption. Convenience is. KPMG's survey indicates that even with cost parity, only 21% would opt for an EV, while gas and hybrid vehicles would be chosen by 38% and 34% of buyers, respectively. This preference aligns with the rising popularity of hybrids. The charging process for EVs is a significant inconvenience. It's time-consuming compared to the quick refueling of gas vehicles. The best-case scenario for EV charging is half an hour, but it often takes longer, not including the time spent finding an available charger. This inconvenience, coupled with the lifestyle changes required for regular EV charging, makes many consumers reluctant to give up the ease of ICE vehicles. Before we delve deeper, do us a favor and smash that like and subscribe button. This helps us reach more auto enthusiasts just like you. Now, let's shift gears and steer towards our next point. Reason number 5, the infrastructure roadblock. Cruising into our next point, let's talk about the electric avenue itself. Charging infrastructure. It's not just about plugging in and waiting. It's about finding a spot to plug in at all. In EV hotspots like California, drivers face daily dilemmas with charger queues and out-of-service stations. A Berkeley study found that nearly a quarter of chargers in the San Francisco Bay Area were on the fritz last year due to various hiccups, from payment glitches to broken connectors. And if you venture off the beaten track into rural areas, the charging network thins out like oil on water, turning long drives into logistical labyrinths. It's no shock that regions like the Midwest and Northeast, where chargers are as scarce as hen's teeth, show the lowest interest in EVs. According to that same KPMG survey, 40% of folks would rather stick to good old gasoline. Reason number 4, the costly current of EV ownership. High purchase prices are not the only cost concern for EVs. Despite their advertised low running costs, Consumer Reports finds EVs 80% more problematic than gas cars in real-world conditions. Recharging costs exceed expectations, particularly at stations. The most significant worry is battery replacement, which can cost tens of thousands of dollars as batteries make up over 30% of an EV's value. While warranties cover 8 years, they don't apply to collision damages, which can be expensive to repair. The scarcity of trained repair professionals further inflates repair costs. These high repair expenses lead insurance companies to often write off vehicles rather than cover costly repairs after collisions, resulting in higher insurance premiums for EV owners. Reason number 3, the auxiliary automobile argument. When it comes to going the distance, EVs are still warming up. Their modest range and lengthy charging times relegate them to the role of sidekicks in the automotive world. Data shows that most EV owners also have an ICE car in their garage, often more than one. Predominantly purchased by affluent households with multiple vehicles, EVs haven't yet earned the title of primary car among middle-income families. With range anxiety, charging challenges, steep prices, and reliability concerns in the mix, it's no wonder gas-powered and hybrid vehicles remain the go-to for those with a single set of wheels. Automakers are still in the pit stop phase of creating EVs that can truly replace their ICE ancestors, and it looks like we're in for a long pit stop. Reason number 2, taxpayer tension over EV incentives. Despite ICE cars maintaining a price advantage, EVs have recently seen a price drop, not due to production efficiencies or cheaper lithium, but thanks to hefty government incentives. With federal tax credits reaching $7,500 and additional state perks, it's taxpayers who are footing the bill. The Texas Public Policy Foundation reports that each EV sold adds nearly $50,000 in taxpayer burden. In 2021 alone, this added up to over $21 billion, a sum many taxpayers would rather see returned or reallocated, especially as utility costs climb. The Energy Information Administration reveals that 27% of American households already struggle with energy bills. With many Americans foregoing essentials or facing shut-off notices, a situation likely worsened since, pouring billions into subsidizing luxury EVs for wealthy buyers sparks controversy. Reason number 1, the high-voltage price tag. Electric vehicles continue to be a tough sell due to their high costs. A recent survey indicates that 63% of Americans are unlikely to consider an EV, up 10% from 2023. Even with incentives and discounts, EVs generally cost more than their gas-powered counterparts. The price disparity narrows when looking at averages, but a closer comparison of similarly equipped and sized EVs and ICE cars reveals that EVs command a significant premium. For instance, a mid-sized EV SUV's price can surpass the median annual income. This pricing issue has led to a market saturation among affluent buyers, causing a slowdown in market growth. In early 2024, EVs comprised only 7.3% of the market share, a slight decrease from the previous quarter. Automakers are now facing the challenge of attracting beyond the wealthy customer base to sustain growth. Don't let your automotive knowledge run out of juice. Subscribe to Piston Pundit for all the latest vehicle updates and electrifying discussions. Keep your motor running with us.